Good morning. I'm Cecily Morris. I'm the chair of the Economic Development Power Allocation Board. We're joined today in person by members of the Power Authority staff, EdPAB staff. We are also joined by video conference for some of our staff members. We have Dennis Trainer, a board member, and Andrew Silver with us today. This meeting was noticed as required by the Open Meetings Law, and I call the meeting to order. Everyone, I think, has a copy of the agenda, and we'll begin with the adoption of the agenda. But first, are there any amendments to the proposed agenda? Mr. Silver?
No.
Mr. Trainer?
No.
There being no amendments, but I have a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
From the second. All in favor?
Aye.
There being no opposition, that motion carries. Everyone was provided a copy of the minutes from our meeting held on September 23rd. Are there any motions to amend the minutes or any comments on the minutes themselves?
No comment.
No.
If there being no motion to amend the minutes, I would ask for a motion to approve the minutes of the September 23rd, 2025 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Being no opposition, that motion carries. We're going to move on to Eric Bowers, Vice President, Economic Development and Key Account Manager for Power Contracts and Tariffs, to open and to introduce our presenters today.
Good morning, Chair Morris, members of the board, and all in attendance today. My name is Eric Bowers, Vice President of Economic Development and Key Account Management. As this is our last meeting of 2025, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for your time and review of our recommendations throughout the year. Your attendance and review of these materials is always very much appreciated and critical to the success of economic development in New York State. If today's recommendations are approved, we have been able to award 98 Recharge New York power allocations and extensions throughout the year, with 2 new industrial incentive awards and 1 industrial incentive award extension to businesses and not-for-profits throughout the state. The activities voted on have allowed new businesses to locate in New York State, thereby creating new jobs while also supporting job retention for other businesses and not-for-profits, with some able to further expand their businesses as a result of the recommendations approved by this board. I'd also like to note that staff has been preparing the report on effectiveness for the Recharge New York Power Program to the governor and legislative leaders. This report is provided every 5 years pursuant to the Economic Development Law and highlights the key benefits and effectiveness of the Recharge New York Power Program with respects to factors such as estimated electricity cost, employment, capital investment, and industry served. The report will be available by year end, and is submitted on behalf of the Economic Development Power Allocation Board and the Power Authority of the State of New York. Regarding today's agenda, we have 2 items for discussion. One is regarding Recharge New York Power Allocations, which covers new, extended, and modified allocations. This item will be presented by Yale Brown, expert business power allocations and compliance analyst. The other item is related to Recharge New York transfers that will be presented by Steve Vankol, manager, power contracts and tariffs. I'll now ask Yale to present on our first item of the day.
Thanks, Eric, and good morning, everyone. Today, the board is requested to recommend that the trustees approve the following 51 recommendations consisting of the following: contract extensions for 14 allocations of Recharge New York power to existing customers totaling 4.4 megawatts and supporting nearly 7,900 jobs. 5 modifications related to existing Recharge New York allocations, extensions, and/or related supplemental commitments, and 32 new allocations of Recharge New York large business retention, large business expansion, and small business and not-for-profit based power totaling 11 megawatts and supporting more than 3,900 jobs. All applications were submitted through the state's consolidated funding application system. As in the past, new applications were evaluated on a competitive basis in consideration of the 12 criteria in the Recharge New York legislation. I won't read through each of the 12 criteria, but some of the key ones include job commitments, capital investment, and an applicant's risk of closure or leaving the state if they are not awarded a Recharge New York power allocation. Applications for new RNY power allocations have been considered, where applicable, under NYPA's Green Jobs Evaluation Incentive Plan and the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Evaluation and Incentive Plan. Today's recommendations for new RNY power allocations include 2 applicants with qualifying green jobs and 16 applicants with facilities located in disadvantaged communities. If today's recommendations are approved, it is anticipated that approximately 33 megawatts of RNY power would remain available to allocate. The awarded applicants will be offered Recharge New York contracts for a term of up to 7 years. The contract has provisions for the partial or complete withdrawal of an allocation if the recipient fails to maintain mutually agreed upon commitments relating to, among other things, employment, power utilization, and capital investment. This item is submitted for your approval, and I'd be glad to take any of your questions.
Any questions, Mr. Silver?
No.
Mr. Trainer?
No.
Is there anything in particular you'd want to highlight? Any of the awards that strike you?
Sure. One of the ones I'd probably mention is General Motors for their plant in Rochester, which supports electric vehicle components. So they make cooling lines for electric vehicle batteries and other components. So that's our largest award in terms of megawatts, and green jobs, and supports everything that we like to see: renewable energy, electric vehicles, and so forth. So that's probably one of the ones I would make note of.
Yes, thank you. There's no other questions. Do I have a motion to approve the motion that we recommend this to the full board?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take our next.
Steve?
Thank you, Eric. Good morning, everyone. Today we have an item before you as required by public authorities law. It is a transfer of an awarded allocation. A quick review of some reasons for which a customer may require the transfer of their award. It may have a business reorganization, which can include a corporate entity change, Inc. to LLC, etc., a merger or a split, all resulting in a change of federal tax ID, a sale of the business to another business. This could also be a merger, resulting in a change of federal tax ID, and a move from one location in New York State to another location in New York State. This item requests the board to approve the transfer of a Recharge New York RNY power allocation for a customer that manufactures dairy products, which merged into another business that will continue the same business operations at the facility in Batavia, New York. This item request is subject to 1, approval of the transfer of the RNY power allocation by the authority. 2, there being no material reductions in the base employment level or capital investment commitment associated with the allocation that would be transferred. And 3, the transfer is addressed in a contract document containing such terms and conditions determined by the authority to be appropriate to effectuate the transfer. Specifically, the board is being asked today to recommend that the trustees approve the transfer of a 2,080 kilowatt RNY power allocation awarded to OATCA Milk Products Cooperative Incorporated for use at its 700 Ellicott Street, Batavia, New York facility to OATCA Milk Products LLC to address organizational changes. This item is submitted for your approval. I'd be glad to take any of your questions.
Mr. Silver, any questions for Mr. Van Hool?
No.
Mr. Trainer?
No question. No, not at all.
So my only question would be, when you do the transfer, and this is more just general information for people listening in, you do the transfer, does that extend the term out to 7 years, or does that extend for whatever term is remaining on the previous grant?
For whatever term of the previous.
Thank you. Before we go to the approval, anything else you want to share about the company or the award or how it's going?
Seems to be going great.
That's good. Thank you. There being no other questions, I would entertain a motion to approve the recommendation that we bring this to the full board.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 There's no opposition, and the motion carries. As we can't believe we're at the end of 2025, as Eric noted, but we do have on our agenda the approval of our 2026 proposed meeting schedule. Everybody get a chance to take a look at that. Any concerns, modifications, suggestions, or if not,
Only concerns is how many people we have on
yeah, yes, we've had that conversation
Discussion, yeah.
before, yes. But I would entertain a motion to adopt the 2026
I'll move
meeting
the motion.
schedule.
Second.
All in favor?
the. Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Our next meeting currently is scheduled for Tuesday, February 3rd at 8. Everybody will be contacted by the secretary's office. We'll get all the information in advance to talk about any possible conflicts or anything like that. Just before we wrap up, I'm gonna mirror something Eric said, which is, he's grateful for everybody around the table, everybody who makes EdPAB work. And the comparison I would make is that this staff is so good that every time we get these materials, it feels like presents all year long, because the materials are good, they're clear. Again, I've said it before, like I'm looking for questions that I need to ask, and the next sentence answers those questions. This is a great team, absolutely a great team.
We want to thank you,
Thank
Trustee
you.
Morris, and the entire board for your support. So we've got the teams here, but also it's a close collaboration with the legal team as well to make sure that everything is thorough. And as Eric said, close to 100 a year, which means we're still not slowing down. Applicants are still
awesome.
coming in, which is great for New York State. So
Yes, it
thank you
is.
guys.
Okay, so our next meeting, I said, is February 3rd. I would entertain a motion to close the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
There being no opposition, we'll see you on this board in February